Hi guys, this is the Women of Top Team Hangout. It's Wednesday evening, 9 p.m. EST on the, 17th of August already. Oh my goodness. My name is Julie Becker and I am here with Georgia Williams, and we may have another one or two people pop in, but just wanted to welcome you all to the Hangout. We have different topics and different people on every single week, and we talk about all sorts of different things like mindset, you know, how to how to manage your time, and just all sorts of different things. And this week, we kind of wanted to cover, you know, nobody's perfect in this business. You know, there's we are all just very regular people, and you know, we all make mistakes, we all do things wrong. You know, so you don't have to be perfect to get involved and to be successful with this business. You do have to be consistent, and you do have to stay with it, but you don't have to be perfect. And I'm not going to talk too long. I actually have my tooth pulled today, so it's hurting a little bit. So I'm going to pass it on over to Georgia Williams, because she had some really insightful information to share with you. So I'm just going to pass it right on over to Georgia, and I'm going to listen and take notes.
Well, hello, Julie. Thank you for the introduction. I wanted to talk about this topic for all of the prospects that are thinking about joining, and also for any of the women and men that are listening that are new to this business, or even have been doing it a while and are not satisfied with their results. I want to let you know that just because you see people post these tremendous results that they don't have the inside track. They have the same, everybody has the same training. Now, we at Top Team offer a little bit more than just what INFINii offers. We are very supportive. We have a support page that you can always go to and ask questions. If you're in doubt about something, you'll get different people's perspectives on how they handle it. But as far as the actual training and the videos that INFINii offers, we all have the same ones. And we're normal people, just like Julie said. We have issues, we have life's problems, we have issues, medical issues, we have relationship issues. So don't think that just because we post that we're having tremendous success, that we just have it made. I mean, you have, sometimes people have that the grass is greener on the other side of the fence syndrome. Well, that's not necessarily true. We work hard to get our business where it is, and we have setbacks just like everybody else. Case in point, this time last month, I probably had, this is the 17th of the month, and I probably had about 30 sales already on my eBay side. And this month I only have 10. Now, a lot of that has to do with I've had medical issues, and I haven't really been able to do my regular routine of what I do of listing every day, and, you know, tweaking my titles and tweaking my prices and making sure everything is the best it could be as far as a customer coming in and searching for something on eBay. But sometimes it's, and I've talked to other people on my team who's also kind of slow this month. You're not always going to have 100 sales, 50 sales, or whatever. Sometimes it slows down tremendously. Sometimes it's the time of year. And then you have to concentrate on, well, what should I be selling this time of year? I thought about that the other day when I had so few sales. It gets kind of frustrating. And I don't really ask myself, what am I doing wrong? Because I know it's not something I'm doing wrong. It's just something that you need to do different. You need to think about it. You need to tweak it. So I started going and I started redoing some of my listings, and changing some of the prices, changing some of the titles. And then after I did that consistently one day, the next morning I woke up to 3 sales on eBay and 2 sales on Amazon. So you can't just, I mean, some people put down list it and forget it. Well, you can't really do that. That's not a true scenario. You can't list it and forget it. This is your baby, and you have to nurture it, and you have to take care of it, and you have to make it the best that it could be. I started listing seasonal items. You know, school is starting. Well, school has started in some places. Halloween is right around the corner. Before you know it, it's going to be Christmas. So you start thinking about the seasonal items. And I've started listing stuff like Halloween stuff. even though Halloween is October and this isn't even September yet. And I've had quite a few watchers on the things that I've listed. So you have to think ahead. And one of the things with INFINii, our new eBay template, our new eBay map to success, it tells you step by step, day by day, what you can do to make your business profitable. So you won't have to think about, well, what should I be doing or what's selling? A lot of the people that are just starting out, or a lot of the people that come to me that are perhaps on other teams or thinking about quitting, and they want to switch over to somebody that they feel is going to be more supportive. They want somebody to help them to tell them what they're doing wrong. But like I said, it's not necessarily something that you're doing wrong. It's just maybe you're not following the formula the way you should follow it. But all our training gives all this information to everybody, so everybody has the same level playing field. So I don't want you to be discouraged if you've been doing this and you haven't gotten any sales, or if you've been doing it and you're getting slow, or if you're really thinking about, is this something because the same people listing over and over and you think it's just a few people that are being successful at this. Well, there are people in INFINii that never get on Facebook and list their results. We have over 140,000 members in INFINii. So just because you don't see all of those people listing and you just see the same people over and over listing their results and posting their results and talking about how wonderful this business is, that doesn't mean it's just a few people having success. So I just wanted to let you know that we're normal people. I've been in the hospital and I haven't wanted to do sometimes my business because I don't feel well. When it slacks off, that I need to get with the program if I wanted to get back to where it was, because I've set certain goals for myself, and some of the goals I've reached and some of the goals are lagging. But I know that if I'm consistent and if I stay in tune with my team, they're going to offer me all the support and motivation that I need to get this going and to keep it going. I have a definite plan in mind. I've for quite a while. So I quit. I have a master's degree in psychology, but I stopped working in the corporate America in 2005 because my husband was generous enough to say, I know that you've always wanted to have your own business and you're kind of doing it, but you're only doing it as a hobby because you're working full time and you're trying to make it work. So why don't you just go for it, and try to make it the best that you could be. And I really love him for that. And I've been doing that. And with this particular business, it's grown so much for me, and I see the potential in it. And so my goal right now is to help my husband retire because he has health issues too. And I would like nothing better for him to be able to slack off with what he's doing so that we could both enjoy more time off, more time together. Because bless his heart, he's working his we just bought a home, a beautiful home in Houston, home in Dallas. Since he still has a lot of business in Dallas, he's back and forth to Dallas practically every other week. And because of his health issues, I really wish he didn't have to do that. And so I've made it my goal, at least within the next year, for him to be able to retire fully and us to be able to live comfortably on what he makes, because he'll still have clients. He just won't have to have he won't have to work it as hard. And I'll have my INFINii business, my e-commerce business, and my marketing business to a point where I'm matching his salary, and then we'll be able to both labor. So hang in there. If you haven't started, get started. We're here to help you. If you don't start, nothing's going to happen. So what do you got to lose? So think about that. We're here to help you. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section, and we'll answer them. If you don't want to put them in the comment section, you can personal message any of us on Facebook, and we'll be glad to get back with you.
Trying to get to my unmute button there. Thank you so much, Georgia. And I really did enjoy everything that you said. And, this is a common theme with people. I loved what you said about there's so many people inside of INFINii that are not posting their results. That's one of the things that we tell people in INFINii when they join is that, and to be perfectly honest, it is an MLM, okay? It is a network marketing company. You can actually build a team and grow an income by marketing this business, but you don't have to. And that was really the beauty of INFINii, and what attracted a lot of people to it is that, they didn't have to rely on marketing and building a team in order to grow a successful business. Now, it doesn't mean, that does not translate into you don't have to do any work. Certainly, you have to learn skills. Anything you do in life, if you want to get paid, you have to exchange a service or some value in order to get, the monetary return. So of course you have something you have to learn. But as I tell the people that I chat with who are interested in INFINii, the learning curve for e-commerce, and in particular this business model, is much, much, much smaller than it is to learn how to do online marketing. It just is. There's less art involved. There's less moving parts. But as Georgia said, list it and forget it really isn't completely accurate. It's not. You have to watch your listings. You do have to modify them and just change things up once in a while. It is a very dynamic business, but it's very doable once you learn the fundamentals and the skills. Then you can just keep doing more of it. I know that Georgia has had some health issues, which I'm so glad that she's better. I've had issues too. I did just have my teeth pulled, but I do have some personal things going on right now, I will say. And none of us ever have the perfect life going on, all of the time, or stuff always happens to people in life. It always does. And you know what? So you are not alone if you're thinking, man, life is always getting in the way. I always have this going on. I always have that going on. Yes, you know what? That does happen sometimes. And sometimes you can't go as fast as you want. And sometimes you can't go as hard as you want. That's just life. But the good thing is you'll have good spurts too. You will have those periods in time where things are going relatively well. And that's when you really need to spend the time and make sure you master those fundamentals and make sure you stay consistent and make sure you're working on building your business and really building, if you're doing eBay, really building that eBay presence, or if you're on Amazon, really building that Amazon presence, because that will help carry you through the times when there's slim pickings. I've had a slow month as well for August. That's just the way it happens sometimes, it may not be through any fault of yours. I will go through and try some things different sometimes. I might put like different pictures on Amazon to, try to split test that and see if, that makes a difference. But, you're always, it is dynamic. It's something that you just need to just know that it is a business. And the only way that your business grows is if you expand and you expand your activity, and you're consistent. But if you're, again, if when life is going good and life isn't in the way, that's the time to really focus and spend time on what you need to be spending time on, mastering the fundamentals and really increasing eBay or Amazon's trust level in you, because the more they trust you, the more they show your listing, the more people they show your listings to, and the more sales you'll get. It's a trust issue, and the more activity you have, the more they trust you. So that's kind of how it works. And again, you spend the time doing that because I know Letitia was on here the other week and she took 5 days off or a week off, something like that, and went camping, and she just shut her eBay store off, and she can do that now. And then she came back and it took a couple of days to get back rocking again, but she picked right back up, got it going again. And Eva said, oh, you're back. so you can do that. You do have options here, and you do have the ability to be, a lot more flexible than you can in corporate America. Your success, and your how much you generate, that's totally dependent on what you do. It's dependent on your willingness to stay consistent and not give up. If you put 40 listings up and you don't have a sale and you give up, that's your bad. There are people that's happened to, and then they've gone on and keep listing and tweaking and working on it, and then sales start coming, and they become very, very successful. You have to look at it that some people will put up 5 listings and get a sale. It really is just it's just dependent on what you do. Do know also, I always like to state this, I know people are eager to earn money. Of course they are. That's why they come into INFINii. But when you come in, especially with a drop ship model, the when you're coming in, you need to look at this business as a long-term investment. Yes, you can make quick money, but look at it as a long-term investment. What I mean by that is, in order to really become a really good seller on eBay, they want to trust you. And in the beginning, if you have to make $1 profits in order to start generating quick sales and really getting momentum and doing that, then you know what? Really, in the scheme of things, if that builds your reputation with eBay, and then they start showing more of your listings to people, and you start selling things, and they start showing more listings to people, and you start selling more stuff, then you can start increasing your profit margins. They'll up your limits, and you can sell more stuff. You just have to stay consistent, and you have to know this business model does work. It's worked for thousands and thousands of people. And again, we have just tons of people within TopTeam itself that are very successful with e-commerce, and they never post anything. You never know that, because they don't care about building a team. They just care about building their business, and they may don't want to share it for whatever reason, or don't have time to, or whatever it is. But there are plenty of people that are making great money, and not posting it all over Facebook, and doing really, really well with INFINii. So I just echo that sentiment. And again, none of us are perfect people. We just want it. We just want it. And we're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. And, I know many of you probably work full-time jobs, and, you come home and you've got children and you've got things going on. And, you have to ask yourself if you're willing to not watch TV after you put the kids to bed, if you're willing to, not get on Facebook for an hour and dedicate time to this. What are you willing to sacrifice to spend time doing this so that you can get what you want? And are you going to stick it out, even if you're in it for a month and you've only made, one sale? Maybe you've only put up 10 listings, and in the beginning, eBay does limit your listings too. So there's only so many you can list. Are you going to give up? There's a huge return in this business. There's great money to be had in this business. Are you going to grab your piece of the pie, or are you going to give up? You're going to have, times that aren't as, lucrative as other times, then, let that be a fire under your behind to list more and to put more items up there, and to, modify the listings that you do have, and to, get creative. You can put cheap auctions up there and auction some things off around your house, or you can even auction off drop ship items. Just start them at a basic price and get some auctions, or get some cheap stuff. And even if you have cheap stuff and you even if it break even and only make $1 or $2, if you do enough of those things, eBay says, oh, this person's made a lot of sales. What's going on over here? Let's show the rest of their listings to people. That's just a little trick, by the way. So I just wanted to give you a little nugget. if you're currently doing this business. You know, sell some cheap stuff, start up a cheap auction, you know, and sell it at break even, and start making a bunch of sales that way. And eBay's going to be like, oh, there's something going on over here. They're making some sales over here. Let's do, let's show more of their products to people. And that's going to help you out too. So I hope you understand we are not perfect people. I myself will say far from it. I am not perfect. I'm perfectly vulnerable and susceptible to the same distractions and, life happenings as everyone else. Got it going on right now, but I am not going to let that stop me from going where I want to go and, doing what I want to do, and making this business successful for me, because it's what I want. It's what I want. I mean, outside my house right now, I actually had to divert a shipment that was supposed to go straight to Amazon, but it got messed up, not through my fault, but anyway, I had to divert it so I could inspect all the goods. They're damaged and whatever. That was not a perfect transaction. That was not a perfect process. Am I going to cry about it and give up? No, I'm absolutely not going to cry and give up. I'm going to, face the obstacle. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to do what I need to do, fix it, and move on and make money. So we are here for you. We have a lot of people in the group that are very positive. They will, respond to you. They'll answer questions. We'll help you through things. And we're going to help you with your mindset to be like, listen, how many listings do you have up? If you, if you only have 10 listings up and you're wondering why the crickets are chirping, well, that's why the crickets are chirping, because you only have 10 listings up. And here's why. I hope I've explained it a little bit better to you. I'm going to stop talking right now because my mouth is starting to hurt. So Georgia, I don't think Letitia's going to be able to join us tonight. If you have some last parting words for people before we end the Hangout, and go ahead and jump in.
Yes, I do want to piggyback on some of the things that you said. For people that have started out and they're not having much success, this is what happened to me in the beginning. Now, when I started out, listings, I listed and the next sold. And I think if you've read any of my posts or seen my YouTube videos, you know that story. And I was very excited because it proved to me that not only did this system work for other people, that it could work for me as well. But then it kind of slowed down. The sales started slowing down. And with the help, family, your training, one of the things that I want to give you, like a little bit of nugget that Julie imparted, is make your listings competitive. Don't start out thinking you're going to make $10, $20, $25 profit on everything you sell. It just doesn't work that way. If you make your items competitive, then you will get more sales. As you get, the higher your ranking will be. The higher your ranking, the more your items will be shown on eBay when somebody's searching for something. So just ask yourself, would you rather have an item up with a $25 profit that never sells? Item up with a $3 or $4 profit that sells over and over and over. So that's just something that you need to think about. That was something I had to learn in the beginning, because when you're really listing in the beginning and you know that this system works, and you think, man, if I can make 10, 15, everything I sell, I'll just really be doing great. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. That comes down the line. So just make your items competitive. See what happens. I saw what happens, and the rest is history. Everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And if you are interested in getting involved with INFINii, there's a yellow button if you're watching us on the Hangout page, and you can go ahead and get involved. The person who sent this to you obviously knew how to get the link to you. They're knowledgeable, and they will be able to help you. So go ahead, if you're ready to get on off the fence, to go ahead and get involved with the top team. We have great support here. We have a great team, and we're all here to help you. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. and we will see you next week. Thanks, everybody.